Golden Age is back. Isaac's on the mic. Cultural crusade. Politics get torched in the fight. Savage memes drop hard, outrageously offensive. Bassy generation, loud and unrelenting. Golden Age, it's the podcast blaze. Isaac's rants cut through the haze. Crusades alive, memes collide. Subscribe now, join the savage tribe. Takes weekly, unfiltered and raw. Isaac's voice, the memer's law.
The golden age of America begins right now.
Let's go, and welcome back, everybody, as I readjust our panel. So it's good to see everybody. We have our awesome panel, and before we get into that, let's check in with chat real quick. It is great to see Nishi. It's great to see Nishi over on Kick, too. We are live on Kick, as well as X and YouTube. So, Cornboy,
we did have quite a good time playing Repo last night, and
yes, we
hope
did.
to do that again soon.
That we will. And so, Cornboy, good to see you again, our wonderful co-host, as always. How you doing? How's your week been?
Yeah, it's been a quick week. It seems like they're getting faster and faster, but because the news just keeps hitting us every day, and every day there's something new to talk about, it seems.
That it is. It was a quick week. And Lex, thanks for joining us again. Good to see you. Or hear you.
Heyo.
How you doing?
Happy to be back. And yeah, once upon a time, reading the news was like, in recent months, it's definitely turned into one of those, oh goodness, what has happened today while I was away.
Yeah, pretty much.
How has the world changed?
Brace yourself, I'm going online, pretty much, is how it feels. And for the first time on the stream, Angry Badger, thank you for joining us. It's great to have you. How are you doing, man? Good to see you.
Despite the world around me falling apart, I personally am doing great. Yeah, it's a fun juxtaposition.
Yeah, it's interesting when good things happen in life, and then you turn on the news. It's like a tornado. Heat meets cold, and it's interesting dichotomy we're living in for sure. Because not everything in bad is hopeless. We're a lot of white pills out there too. So we try to dwell on that. And good to see you, Wayfarer. Good to see you, Jake, Martin in chat, Anthony, Nishi, everybody. So thank you everybody for being here. Nerd Slap over on Kick.
Make sure you
As always.
stream.
As always, we have to start with a few lighthearted subjects. This week, the DHS page on X, they posted a Gotta Catch 'Em All Pokemon tribute. Now, they might hit me with the music, but, is what it is. Keep it low, maybe pause it here and there. True. We're going to get them. Gotta catch them all. And at the end, notice they do have Pokemon playing cards with the illegals and their flag of origin. So let's take a look at this real quick.
I wanna be the very best. No one
I just love it so much. Meme culture's back.
to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land.
You love to see it.
Searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to us.
Some intern got paid pennies to do this and was giggling the whole
Yes.
time.
Yeah, someone made this on their phone, I would bet. More than likely.
I know it's my destiny. Pokemon, oh, you're
It's just
my best
perfection.
friend. In a world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em. Our hearts so true. Our courage will pull us.
If it were only so easy as to throw a ball at them.
Yeah, I wish it was.
I wonder how many
I can
boomers
see-
were
there's the
completely
cards.
confused as to what on earth any of this was about.
Yeah, this probably confused a few elderly people, more than likely. But that's okay, because memers are in control. This probably was a Gen Z intern, more than likely. And I'm just loving it because this is the type
If
of
we want to
energy.
keep winning that age group, we
Yes.
got to start catering to them.
Absolutely.
You can't just focus on the old folks.
No, and going into the midterms and whatever, this is the type of energy we need. A sense of humor. You can only take things so seriously, and thankfully, Nintendo was okay with it. The Sue Happy Nintendo of all
I approve
people.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. We
absolutely.
completely let them use meme culture and they suck at it, so we might
Yeah.
as well utilize it.
Why not? Yeah, the left can't meme. I mean, they try. We're gonna
If
be
I
showing
wasn't doing this, I'd be signing up for that $50,000 sign up bonus too. It's fine. I can
Hell
fix
yeah.
their good knees.
It's not
Join
like
Dean
our
Cain.
government isn't giving them special favors, approving all these ridiculous patents they keep filing.
Yeah. So, pretty cool. A couple more things from the president himself. He was quoted today talking about some Somalia activities regarding Ilhan Omar. So, he was speaking with the head of Somalia, and he suggested that maybe he'd like to take her back. And so, this is from the president himself. Let's see what he had to say.
Jasmine Crockett. Remember what I said? Is she a relation to the late, great Davy Crockett? I don't think so. Jasmine Crockett, let me tell you, before you even ask, she's a very low IQ person.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, if we ever had to pass an aptitude test, that's the one should take one because she shouldn't even be in the crowd. So I have no idea what you're going to, but I don't think we should waste our time. This is a low IQ person who I can't even believe is a congressperson. Between her and Ilman Omar
Ilman.
and the group. I met the head of Somalia. Did you know that? And I suggested that maybe he'd like to take her back, and he didn't want her. He said, I don't want her. Okay, what else?
That's my president right there. I love
I
it.
heard Omar talking about how her country had to flee from her country. And then when you go and you do a little bit more research, her family was helping the socialist dictator of that country. So she wasn't fleeing from the bad people. She was hunting for the people that would have gotten retribution on them.
Yes, she was the fleeing bad people, pretty much, seeking
Or
protection here.
Argentina. Yes.
Pretty much. We're pre-war Argentina.
Yeah.
Post-war Argentina, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe people who marry their brother shouldn't be here, too. Just a thought process.
Not good. Not good.
Just a thought. And one more funny clip of the president. Then we'll get into some more serious stuff. But I love this. I love this. The president he wasn't having this reporter's crap, and I got to check the volume. They change it every time I share a screen.
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now?
That's his only response. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
What if you asked me an intelligent question? Come on now.
Ifs and buts were candy and nuts. Like, yeah, what the hell? What if aliens landed? What are you asking?
exactly. Yeah. I mean, he's not an all-knowing being. He's the president. He cannot predict the future as much as we might like him to try. But so that was pretty good, and that's the attitude
Like
you
what
need
the
to
left
handle.
tells you, he's not in the know with everything that Putin does.
Interesting. They kept saying he was in bed with Putin. That's what they kept
weird.
telling me. Russian collusion? I don't know what to say about
weird.
that. Pretty interesting. But no, to this week in Upton, Massachusetts, of all places, yippee, this lady, this lady got out of her car rapidly and forgot to put her car in park while she was going to confront ICE agents making an arrest of an illegal alien. And her vehicle went into the lake and sunk. So we have a clip of it. And Homeland Security responded by saying, you can't park there. So perfect response, as simple as can be, but perfect. And man, imagine being such a Karen that you see, ICE arresting an illegal, and you're in such a rush to go interfere, you can't even put your car in park while facing a lake.
I gotta bash the flash.
Yeah, she probably was screaming that.
She
Yeah.
was probably late to her doctor that she pays a bunch of money for, and we could have explained to her that one of the reasons you pay all that extra money is because we're also paying for the health care of a bunch of people that shouldn't be here.
Very true. Yeah, we are. And also, they're on the census as well, and that expands voter rolls and congressional seats.
And
all
that's
sorts of
apparently
issues.
what's holding up the latest budget bill is that the Democrats want to fund all the illegal health care.
Of course.
I'm hearing.
That's their voter block. Well, and that's what keeps them in power for so long.
There's this alt-right MAGA person called Hillary Clinton, and
Oh,
she's
yes.
in a video from the 90s. I don't know if you have it, saying that we shouldn't pay for illegal immigrants. It's crazy. I don't know
Wow.
whatever happened to her, but she's saying all the things that we were saying.
I heard of this right-wing MAGA white nationalist, Barack Obama, back in
Oh,
2008,
very
where
familiar
he
with
said we need to secure our southern border.
Mhm.
I remember that.
Mhm.
These fascists need to be held accountable. I don't
Did
know.
he
That
drone
always
strike a
comes to
U.S.
mind
citizen?
that meme
Oh, drone-
of the
yeah.
ever
Drone
increasing
daddy? Yeah.
political spectrum where the left just keeps going further and further and further and further.
Yeah, it's almost as if the classical liberals of the 90s are the right wing now.
Yep.
Almost as if. So it's very interesting how those
And they're getting more
dynamics
hate than
change.
the actual right wing people.
Yes, pretty much. Speaking of which, we had to address this. This was a perfect response to the Earth X Peacemaker episode that you guys covered a lot over on your channel, Badger, where they had the swastika and the American flag. Oh no, they're in the white nationalist world. So this is perfect. This person said, it's crazy how sad and relevant this is. And this was the perfect response. It's crazy how sad and relevant this is. We are dealing with a communism problem in this country. And James Gunn just wants the virtue signal. And from what I'm hearing, I'm not watching. I watched the first season.
And believe
not
it
wanna
or
watch the
not,
second.
those are not exactly opposing views. They're basically different opinions on the same views, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's what we talk about.
Man in the
It's-
High Castle did it better.
Well, and that's where James got the idea. Literally says that's where he got it from. Even like instead of the comic accurate Earth X, he took it from that. No, it's just like one battle after another, or the Savant, which we didn't see, or
Yes.
any other number where all you see is Nazi, Nazi, Nazi. All you see is Antifa good. And this is
Right.
just another one of them. When really it's the cultural Marxism that we let completely infiltrate our school systems and
Absolutely right.
destroy all of our heroes. So yeah, the reason everyone says that, oh, it's so relevant, is because you are seeing an artificial reality that does not exist.
Yes, victimhood fuels their narrative. They need it to be relevant. The racism, everything. They need it to be relevant. They need something to fight, or they have no platform to stand on, really, because they have nothing good to offer.
If you're a progressive, eventually you progress so far that your goals are accomplished, which we did. I'd argue we peaked at Will and Grace
Yes.
and a black president. That was it. It was done. But when they have no
That's-
more grift to progress to, you start making ones up, like gender affirming care. Let's get all these immigrants in here, and so on and so on and
Yes.
so forth.
And that's
Yes,
where
it just
propaganda
spirals
comes from, and not
out of
you know
control.
reality.
Yeah.
They got
Absolutely.
to manifest their propaganda into their ideal reality, and
They must create dragons to slay.
Absolutely, yeah. It's like
some
you said.
of us
It's
are not
just
going to stand for it.
no. It's their fight to stay relevant. And if they don't have that boogeyman in the closet, then they have nothing left to offer people.
I got out and yelled at them. And when people see one battle after another and they go, oh, look at the police state we could turn into. I said this earlier. I see ICE agents rounding up illegals that have never been here. And I
Yes.
feel heartened. I see National Guard troops in Democrat-run cities that have let their shit go to war zones to begin with. And I see the
Yes.
law returning. I feel very good about that. And they see fucking stormtroopers on the street.
Yeah, but when there was people on the beach in 2020 getting arrested for surfing out
They
in
had
the bright
problem with
sunlight,
that. Yeah,
no problem.
We are
at all.
fascists, but they wanted people to be tracked going for coffee during their
Yes, yeah.
and
It's just-
manually poke everyone.
And people are not buying it anymore whatsoever. People are seeing through it. The normies. I think it's why it's so essential that
Well,
we
that's-
continue on the culture.
That's also why it's getting so dangerous lately, because so many people are being so vocal about not buying it that they're getting
Yes.
desperate and angry.
Yes, absolutely. And when they keep losing people on their own side, and people like John Fetterman, we're going to be pulling that up later, he's calling out their rhetoric, and he's telling the left, he's saying, no, it's you guys on the left. You need to tone down the rhetoric. That's what's causing a lot of this violence.
It's not both sides.
No,
Sorry.
it is not both
Definitely not.
sides.
Yeah.
It is a one-sided issue. One positive thing I wanted to share. This is pretty cool. I think you may appreciate this, Badger. I believe you've mentioned it before. My favorite handgun of all time, the Beretta M9A1, is back in production. I'm happy about that. That's pretty badass. That's a legendary firearm from Stargate, of all places. It was military issue for years. Pretty cool. And so
It's
it has
the
a
gun
quick
of the
rail for a
90s,
light.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, everything. So it's ingrained in American psyche. And,
Give me my 1911. I'll keep that.
I'll take this over 1911. But
Oh, the classical debate. You want firing capacity or stopping power?
I'll take my Beretta. I'll keep.
I'm a
carrying
good
my
shot, so
Beretta.
I'd rather have more chances to boom, boom, boom downrange than just
Yeah. Yeah.
give me an extended
147
mag and
grain
everything.
hollow points. It's gonna do the job.
I do not agree with firing non-freedom units. I'll stick with 45.
Hey, millimeters are acceptable in this one case.
1911 though is like right there with my love,
Yeah.
right there. Still a
I have to
classic.
say, I wouldn't complain if I got a staccato. Just saying, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But we'll have to see. I do love my Berettas though. I wanted to get into this. As we all know, YouTube has a little reputation with censorship in this space we're all in, especially in
another
2020,
win.
2021. And YouTube has agreed to pay $24.5 million to settle a lawsuit for suspending President Trump's account in 2021. So rightfully so. I wish he got more actually, but it's pretty good because I was subscribed to that account and I wondered where the hell did that go? And they nuked them off the internet, face of the internet.
I
So
wait
how
the
many
Alex Jones.
lawsuits has he won now? The ABCs, the YouTube, some papers, I guess, already.
I had the list. I can't. Yes,
It's like accountability is finally catching up to these people.
he's approaching 100 million in settlements. ABC, CBS, Meta, and others have already paid out. So pretty fantastic. Keep it going. Because there's a lot to sue over. They've talked a lot of BS about this guy for years now. So
Now they just have to reinstate the Smith-Munson or Smith-Munt Act, and
I
If,
saw people talking about that.
Act.
If you just scroll down to the comments of the first one where it announces the lawsuit win, someone in the
I-
comments has all the. So it's YouTube paid Trump.
I just deleted that
24.5,
page.
Twitter paid Trump 10 million, Meta paid Trump 25 million, CBS paid Trump 16 million, and ABC paid 15 million.
Wow. Good. I wish it was more, but still, it's a good start, because they have been pushing propaganda out the wazoo for years now. And
Well, he's certainly not the only one to get censored. That's
I await the Alex
he's
Jones
not.
lawsuits.
Yes,
This is obviously the
absolutely.
test bed for all of this.
Absolutely. And that'll be very interesting. Maybe he'll call the judge a tyrant again in the courtroom. I'd love to see that.
I mean, they were tyrants.
But they were. He said only if you act like it. That's the only time I'll call you one.
Yeah.
But good to see you, Kohlhauser. Praise Ara. Good to see you. You had a red Beretta. That's pretty cool. I've never seen a red Beretta.
Yeah, Chevy.
Pretty awesome. Really? Pretty cool. I like that. But President Trump commented on this settlement, and his response is just as good as you would expect from him. No. What the hell? Okay. Never mind. This is regarding the tariffs. Wrong page.
Moving
My
on.
bad. Yeah, moving on.
Also
He
important.
is, yes, he's imposing the idea of 100% tariffs on all movies made outside the United States. So a lot of people, Irwin has brought this up, anime. A lot of anime films are catching on, making millions in our theaters. How that is going to affect things will be very interesting because, as the president says here, our movie making business has been stolen from the United States of America by other countries, just like stealing candy from a baby. I actually don't agree with that. I don't think it's other countries that have caused the demise of Hollywood. I think it's Hollywood. What do you guys think? Do you think this is going to help our situation, have better media domestically produced? Or is this just going to incentivize Hollywood to make more crap and have less competition? I mean, what's going to go down with this? Badger, what do you think? You think this is going to improve anything?
Yeah, I would say it's both because it's obviously the red tape and the adding on of like this tax and this tax and this tax. So it is a state level thing.
Yes.
I don't know how he would go about doing the 100% tariffs, especially on like foreign films or shit that by
Right.
necessity has to shoot out and like out of the country. But yeah, like the places that instead of filming it all in California or whatever. I mean, we were already shooting in Canada like a lot.
Yeah,
So I-
Vancouver. Yeah.
It just happened by necessity. So really, you need the state governors to loosen, stop being so fucking greedy.
Yeah. Gavin Newsom cut the crap, basically. All this environmental stuff they do too and everything.
Yeah.
And
And by their union rules and all that, they have to have 500, 600, 800 people working on every movie now instead
Yeah.
of like 50.
plus
I mean-
DEI requirements, all this stuff. It's
It all
pretty
adds
insane.
up with
It does.
how much it takes a person to make a living here. You can't have that many people working on movies.
No, not at all. And of course, That Park Place has a great article on this issue saying that Trump announces 100% movie tariff on foreign-made films in move that will devastate Disney. So, how exactly will this
Oh
affect Disney?
no.
I'm interested. Yeah, I'm so sad. I'm so sad to hear that Disney's going to suffer as a result of this. And
What
the
happened?
president has made waves this morning by announcing a 100% tariff on all movies produced outside the U.S. This Trump movie tariff is framed as a way to bring the movie business back to American soil, could have the largest impact on Disney, Hollywood's biggest player, and one that has increasingly shifted its production to the United Kingdom, which is true. I believe, didn't they film a lot of like the sequel trilogy and a lot of that garbage in the UK?
Rings of
I do
Power
believe.
went from shooting on location to shooting
Oh,
there.
A lot of
yeah,
Marvel movies
Wheel of
are
Time, yeah,
doing things
yeah.
there too. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so the order was delivered with trademark Trump flair on Truth Social Monday, and we did read that, but he pretty much said our movie making business has been stolen from the U.S. by other countries, like stealing candy from a baby. Yeah, and he does address what you said, Badger. California, with its weak, incompetent governor, has been particularly hit hard. Therefore, in order to solve this long time, never ending problem, I will be imposing a 100% tariff on any and all movies that are made outside the United States. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again. So, yeah, I will be hopeful to see how this plays out. And, of course, I'm very passionate. We need to hold Hollywood's feet to the fire on their own BS, too. So,
It's not stealing candy from a baby, but it is luring kids into the fucking white van with candy. Like, oh, come shoot
yeah,
this in. Don't shoot in anywhere in America. Shoot in Glasgow for fucking Gotham
yeah,
City. Shoot
right.
Spider-Man, which is supposed to be an American city. In no offense to Glasgow, Gabby, and everything, but like, yeah,
Yeah,
they do get lured away, and why shouldn't they? Their candy tastes
yeah,
good.
How does
yeah.
a
I don't
tariff
blame
You
on
can
him.
get stabbed
media
there.
work anyway? Does it say
I
what
don't
kind of
know.
mechanisms this would have? I
Yeah, so I
mean,
Well,
don't know how
let's.
he
is
enforces
it
this.
added to a
Yeah.
budget, or is it added
Is
to
it budget
like
or is it profit?
ticketing, or yeah,
Let's see if
profit,
it says
or
it.
yeah?
It says here, our movie making business has been stolen from the USA. We already read that. Don't need to
Does it
reiterate. Disney,
define
which is
what it means by being made in a foreign, like,
see, I want to know that too. Is it written? Because if they write it here and get it all ready, and then they go overseas and film it, and then come back and edit it here, how is that enforced? So it says here for Disney, which has poured billions into overseas, this policy is a direct hit. The company recently moved a number of Marvel productions out of Georgia and into the UK. Like you said, Badger, lured by incentive tax credits and stuff like that. And so, yeah, it's interesting. But how are they going to enforce it? Disney in the crosshairs. Disney made no secret of its global ambitions. Yeah, not too many details
Yeah.
on how it's going to be
Wait,
enforced. I'm
here it
going to be
is.
means
Penalties.
Trump's penalties if deemed foreign made. So what deems it foreign made? I would like details on that. They're not really covering that too closely. There's Stallone, who was
Maybe it's
Trump's.
still in the idea phase. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be, but no, interesting nonetheless. I had to mention that because it's an important thing, especially from every culture war perspective, because Disney's a big player in that game. They've been pushing the propaganda for years now, and
And do you
I
think
hope it
this
does hit a
will
mark.
be lawsuited all the way up to the Supreme Court? Is the question.
I do not know. I
Like all
don't know
the
how to
other
predict it.
tariffs recently have been.
I don't know how to predict this one. We're gonna have to see how it plays out. I'm gonna keep following it for sure, and hopefully we get more details. But no, it's an interesting story nonetheless. And if anyone has any more thoughts on it, let us know. Or I am gonna cover what Gavin Newsom, speaking of which, his press office account has been stoking the flames of the rhetoric. This is the Gavin Newsom press office account. Look at this. Fascism. Stephen Miller. That is insane. And the responses from this have been appropriate, where Libs of TikTok made the point. Gavin Newsom, or Newscum, is trying to get Stephen Miller killed by a radical leftist. He knows exactly what he's doing. And I couldn't agree more. He does know what he's doing. This rhetoric is not by mistake, it's by design. And it's pretty disgusting. Saying Stephen Miller is a fascist? What
And
do you
their
do to
memes are
fascists?
horrible too.
They are. They didn't even bother cutting it out. Pretty bad.
Low
We're seeing
effort.
more and more of this. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I'm on records saying that calling someone a Nazi or a fascist these days is tantamount to calling for their death.
I would agree
It
with
should be
that.
treated
Yeah.
as such. It's
should
really
be.
no different at this point, and we've
Yeah,
seen
it's-
direct examples.
Yeah.
It's a call for violent action against an individual to call them that. Yeah. So
Because
we will
what do
have
we
to see
do
if
to
there's a-
fascists and Nazis?
Exactly.
Right.
There's only one thing.
They don't
And,
debate them.
Right. Certainly we don't debate them. Right.
Yeah, and the one guy that did want debate, they assassinated him.
Yeah.
So.
You took care of the moderate, and you get the rest of us now.
Pretty much, yeah. And those of us, anyone who is in the middle, is certainly more
Yeah.
to the right and sympathetic to the right. And it's united people in the effort. So Gavin Newsom, he's just absolutely tone deaf to this. He was on the late night show, and let's hear from his own words what he's saying. He's saying all this
That's
crap
happening
stuff.
in the United States of America. Masked men jumping out of unmarked cars, people disappearing, no due process.
Speaking of
no
ICE,
oversight, zero accountability.
I
Happening in
thought
the
he was
United
talking
States of
about
America
Antifa.
today. People ask, well, is
Yeah.
authoritarianism
If only.
being hyperbolic? We're being hyperbolic.
so he's saying, calling Trump authoritarian, people calling it hyperbolic, and he's saying bullshit. We're not being hyperbolic. So he's doubling and tripling down, saying that this is not hyperbole. This is real life. Essentially,
Enforcing the law is not authoritarianism.
no, not at all.
Enforcing
Not
the
at all.
law.
Giving people rights
Yes.
that they didn't have, and he has no
Correct.
right to give them, is
Masked men. Why are they masked, Gavin?
condition.
Yeah, that's a very good question. Why can't they freely show their face? It's almost as if they're in fear that someone might show up to their homes or something.
Almost.
Which Brett Kavanaugh has dealt with, and many other people who have had their lives threatened on many occasions. So let's continue to hear what this piece of shit has to say.
If you're a black and brown community, it's here in this country.
Telling black
Violence.
people and brown people.
I-
Yep.
I'm deeply proud that I had the privilege of signing the nation's first bill to address the issue of masking. Also to require, you have simple identification, to your point.
So masking, he was Mr. One Maskaholic in 2020, saying you must wear a mask, even in banks, everywhere. And
And
now
his
you must
activists
take your mask
still
off.
wear masks.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Who's going to enforce that against the federal troops?
I know. This is state level he's working on, and he has no jurisdiction for that. But yeah, exactly like you said. Why do they need to wear the masks? It's not for COVID. It's not for smoke. It's for their protection of identity. So
If some guy jumped out of an unmarked car in a van with a mask on, tried to grab me, I mean, by definition, you're going to push back. And so these are not just authoritarian tendencies. These are authoritarian actions by an authoritarian government. You saw what Stephen Miller said last week. This should put chills up fine. Called the Democratic Party an extremist organization.
Well, it
Basically, a
is.
terrorist
No lies
organization,
detected.
saying he's
Stephen
going
Miller's
after his
correct.
enemies.
Yes,
You saw
by
the tweet
definition.
that Donald Trump sent out, True Social, basically telling Pam Bondi, I want these 3 people taken out. That's happening in the United States.
taken out, he's saying I want deported. You know, when the left says taken out, they mean, with violence. When
Yes.
Trump says taken out, he means like deport them legally.
They have
Ethically.
been calling for violence since far before BLM.
Yes.
who is
Maxine
it that's
Waters, Pelosi, all of
posting
them.
all the 8647 memes
Yeah.
and all that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're
Bear in
literally
mind,
a
of
hotbed
course.
for domestic terrorism, just not the type they want to show on TV.
Yeah.
Bear in mind,
Exactly
of course,
right.
that this was a BLM protest we were talking about here. They'd be up in arms at the idea that someone would demand them protest without masks and reveal their identities. But there's no sense of irony, is there?
Oh, not at all.
And
No,
I'm
they're
pretty sure in
totally
most
tone deaf.
places
Yeah.
wearing masks while rioting or committing other crimes like that is also a crime.
They
Is
need
it not?
TVs.
Yep.
They need TVs. It
Yeah.
must be done.
Well, they're starving. I mean, what are
Yeah.
they going to eat if not for the television? And, forget about David Dorn in Missouri, the old security
No.
guard that was murdered.
Forget
during
that most of the businesses burned down were fucking black owned.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, and then, hey, why are we in a food desert? Why don't we have stores to go to in our communities? They left because of you. So yeah, that's why.
And if they're still
No
there,
self-awareness.
everything's locked up behind plexiglass.
Yeah. Well, not the sunscreen though. But so speaking of these crazy blue cities, Democrat-controlled cities, hellholes, really. J.D. Vance screenshotted a post from President Trump at the request of Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem. The president is directing Secretary of War Pete Hegseth to provide all necessary troops to protect war-ravaged Portland. Oregon, and any of our ICE facilities under siege from attack by Antifa, which they are. They have been firebombed and barraged by Antifa in these cities. And other domestic terrorists, which Antifa is a domestic terror organization. That's a very important reminder. And authorizing full force if necessary. Thank you for your attention on this matter. So, good job from the president there.
I hope they
I'm all in
bring the
favor of
hammer
that.
down in Portland. That's a viper's nest of scum and villainy out there.
Yes, it is.
So they need to track down all the networks that are funding them, all the operations, all the people involved, and
Absolutely.
return that city to its people.
I'm not saying that you should line the street with crucified Antifa members, but it was good enough for ancient Romans, and just maybe. No, I'm kidding.
I'm just saying Vlad the Impaler got a bad rap.
But
That's all
honestly,
I'm saying.
He was effective.
where did these people come from? Like, don't they have jobs?
No.
How can these many
That
people
is their job.
show up and
Not at all.
exactly that has
No,
to
they
be
do
their
not.
job, because normal
They're
people
getting paid
cannot
$75,000-$80,000 to riot in their cities.
exactly. So it's
Let's see where that money comes from,
completely
too.
invented for the narrative, for the images of it. I'm like, 'cause I'm
Absolutely.
sitting there going,
And it only
If
takes
any of
like,
you-
10% of them to do that. They can convince other people to join them. They don't need to
Yes.
fund everybody, just a small
Useful
percentage.
idiots. Yeah. And then we get pallets of cinder blocks showing up. Out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
it's just frozen water bottles for people so they don't get thirsty.
Yeah, soup cans. You need cold soup when you're on the sidewalk. You know, essential.
Concrete smoothies.
Essential. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, speaking of what you mentioned, Lex, do these people have jobs? Well, this man in a MAGA hat, patriot, this patriot right here, went out because he recognized a YouTuber, a lady who he recognized from YouTube, and she had her security guard, and they were at a rally in Portland. Again, Portland. We're going to be talking a lot about Portland this week, actually. There's a lot going on. And they were surrounded by Antifa. Let's hear, we can skip through a little bit, but this gentleman is brave to wear a MAGA hat in Portland, Oregon, surrounded by Antifa. So,
Well.
let's hear what he had to say.
Big brother.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I seen you on YouTube. I was watching on live, and you were protecting
Yep.
a female.
The lady holding
I
the
came
camera.
down here because of you,
Thank you.
because I seen you on YouTube. There's a guy watching you, and I seen everyone, and I was
Very
like,
nice people
told my
around
girl,
there.
I was like, nah, fuck that. I gotta go down there.
Thank
I live out in Beaverton, and I wear this hat every day at work.
That's ballsy.
I work at Safeway, and don't no one say shit.
Because they're cowards.
But
Yeah, they are. All they can do is
What do you think
boo
of
and
what's
whistle.
happening right now?
They have no talking points. Tolerance and love. I feel it.
they obviously don't have a job.
Yeah.
How do you guys pay rent? How do you pay rent?
I got my own spot. I'll give you one that
How do you pay rent?
listen, I got a job. Check my back. Hey, I got
At least he had an answer.
Taco
you know.
Bell.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, you
I
know,
got Taco Bell. I just got off.
Hey, I respect that. Who else has a job?
this next guy's hilarious.
What do you do? Take off your mask. Let me see.
Blowing bubbles.
Yeah. Listen to this though. The guy, well, we couldn't hear it too well. The guy said, "I'm a YouTuber." So, the next guy said, "I'm a YouTuber. What's your job?" "I'm a YouTuber."
No,
So,
that dude
that's
right
it. I mean,
there, a big, strong black man, nothing more terrifying to them. Nothing more.
No.
'Cause that's
A
the
free
dude that they
thinker
want to believe
breaks
is a
their
fucking
brain.
victim. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, they want him to be calling for reparations and get back on the plantation and all that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're still pissed that the Republicans freed the slaves, pretty much, and they want them back. But God forbid, and if they
But
don't
when
get
you have
them,
no values to stand for, all you have left is victimhood.
pretty much, yeah. When
That
they don't
becomes
get the
your
way they
value.
want, and the black community does not comply with leftist rhetoric, they firebomb their bus, thinking that it's an ICE bus. It's actually an Ice Cube bus on tour in Portland, Oregon, again, of all places. And I just want to say,
High
Kings
IQ.
Advisors, thank you for the raid, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody,
Hey,
for stopping by.
Kings.
Everybody, it's awesome. Appreciate you, bro. We are in a bit of a competition. Me and he has a second channel, King's Court, where he breaks down legal issues. And to see who gets to 500 first, monetization first. So we're kind of neck and neck right now. So definitely totally don't subscribe to the King's Court channel on YouTube. But no, do.
That's at the King's Court on YouTube.
Yes. Don't do that for sure. But thank you for the raid, brother. We appreciate it. And no, mindless from Alex Jones. Mindless leftist domestic terror groups will be firebombing, shooting up ice machines outside of convenience stores. Probably the ice machines better watch out. Yeah. So what happened here? Ice Cube's bus was firebombed, and
Oh
just because it said
no!
ice on it, essentially.
Yeah.
Pretty
They're
crazy.
not terrorists. They're not terrorists at
No,
all.
not at all. Peace and love. Peace and love from all of these people on the left. I just feel it. It's
I
feeling
don't
so
even
strong
think
right
it
now.
said ice on it. I think it was an all-black van. Just somebody told somebody it was ice van. Or
Probably. Yeah.
ice bus. Like, no, not ice. Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Too
And
late now.
that's final damage. Busted out a window, firebombed. Just a shame. And Ice Cube, I don't think he's the worst guy on earth. I mean, I don't agree with probably all his
He's
politics.
got some good opinions. He's got some bad opinions, but at least he's real.
Yeah, at least he seems real enough. Yeah, and he's worried about his community first and foremost, which everybody should be. Ultimately.
I saw him back in 1998. That was a good show.
Wow. Was that NWA still, or?
No, he was with Dub C, and it was during the Corn Family Values.
Interesting.
Nice.
Interesting. Speaking of the rhetoric, we all know John Fetterman. I kind of feel bad for calling him a lot of slurs originally. Retard being one of them, because he was a not very well-spoken person when he first came into politics. I thought he was very crude and just threw his weight around, couldn't get a word out edgewise. But recently he's saying if you want a Democrat that's going to call people Nazis or fascists or all these kinds of things, I'm not going to be that guy. He's calling out his own people. Don't
It's
call
almost
your
like
enemies.
he's pragmatic all of a sudden.
Yeah, almost as if he sees we're at a breaking point, or you could say a turning point in this country, and he doesn't want things to escalate, and rightfully so. Call out their own base for the rhetoric that it is. They should be doing that. I hope more
He
Democrats
seems
follow
to
suit.
just be filling the hole that Joe Manchin left from West Virginia, though, as the one Democrat they can look to say normal things, but always vote left.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. A lot of that is boomers that still vote Democrat. They're like, oh, it's JFK party. No, it's not anymore.
No.
But that's a good point, Cole Hauser. Ice Cube did refuse to do a movie because they wanted to give him the clot shot. So that's pretty based. He is a pureblood. And he
With Trump and
Yeah. He said, whoever wins, I'm going to meet with them because I want what's best for my community. So what were you going to say,
Question,
Lance?
Isaac. Did you see on that post back from Alex Jones where he made the comment about the Tylenol videos? Have you seen some of those this past week of the people who?
Oh yes,
especially
these pregnant women taking bottles.
Tide Pods
Tylenol.
Part
Yeah.
2.
It's killed.
Pretty much,
It's killed at least one woman now for doing that. I saw.
I was not aware of that. Not shocking. I mean, it's a shame. Yeah, you're right. Corn Boy Tide Pods 2.0.
All part of the natural selection.
Yeah. Next thing, Trump's gonna say, don't drink water.
Yeah.
And,
oxygen is bad for you.
Hitler drank water. I have it on good authority. So.
Well, Hitler had a dog too, and
he was a vegan. So you guys check.
Oh my gosh, guys, watch out for those vegans. They're gonna round you up. And who else has a dog? Is James Gunn. Just saying.
No.
But speaking of these garbage blue cities, anyone in New York City, you better get out to vote for mayor because this communist Muslim might be your next mayor if you don't vote accordingly. Zoran Mandani is a straight-up communist, and he wants to slowly buy up the housing on private market and convert properties into communes. Very interesting. Whose money?
See,
is he
that's
gonna
where
use
I
for that?
disagree with this, that he's a communist. I think he's just using communist rhetoric to usher in his Islamism.
I think it's
I
one
could
and the
be
same.
wrong.
It's quid pro quo. One hand washes the other with them, pretty much.
Well,
in
if
my
it's
opinion.
Islam, it'll only be one hand that washes because that's the dirty one. Yeah,
That's very
I think
true.
it's going to be a very specific type of commune that you're going to have there, and the women they're going to find it very stuffy under those burqas.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you'll be
I
hearing
would
the
say so.
loudspeakers 5 times a day throughout the city.
Yeah. Allahu, So
Next thing you know, it'll sound like London.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
Dearborn,
France.
Michigan.
Yes.
London Stan.
Or Michigan. Yeah.
Dearborn, yeah. Speaking of which, Michigan had a hell of a week, so keep those people in prayer. It was horrible. We'll be talking more about that another time because we got to get more information on that.
Yeah,
But let's hear.
a little wild for now.
Yes, let's hear from Zilron himself. What he thinks.
Go further toward the Vienna model. We'll have to go beyond the market. We can establish community land trusts to gradually buy up housing on the private market and convert it to community ownership.
Oh wow!
We can give
wonderful.
tenants a right of first refusal to buy out their landlords when buildings go up for sale. And we can fully commit to a new era of social housing, ending subsidies for luxury housing development and using our wealth to build beautiful, high-quality social housing projects that offer good homes and strong communities to everyone.
All
Shooting
right,
up
that's
won't
enough
decommodify
of that. That's enough of that. Yes, they will be fentanyl dens, absolutely, within a week of development. And looks like hell on earth. Social housing development. I don't like
More
the sound of
tools to
that.
tear apart families, actually.
Post-apocalyptic fucking huge building block.
Yeah, Soviet era. It's going to be brutalist, concrete, sharp corners, no aesthetic, no. It's meant to crush the spirit and make you comply. 15-minute cities they're going to ride your bike to work everywhere.
Red lines everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much. So hell
Bugs
on
and
earth.
basmati rice go together just
Yeah,
peas and carrots.
yeah. They cling together with your fingers perfectly. You know. Yeah, and you only one hand at a time too, like you said. So
Sure.
24 years. Never forget. People forgot.
yeah. What's this Jake saying? When I am weaker than you, I ask you for freedom because that is according to your principles. When I am stronger than you, I take away your freedom because that is according to my principles. That's very true. They want freedom when we're in control, and when they're in control, they take our freedom away. So,
Yeah. People tend to forget that there's an actual tenet of Islam called taqiyya, where they basically are allowed to lie in the furtherance of spreading Islam.
yep. You can lie, steal, cheat, kill. You know,
As long as you're furthering the cause.
and if it's the infidels, you know, so.
Especially against the infidels.
New York City, of all places. It's not like they've been affected by that group before. So we'll see how that election goes. But moving on, we just have to address this. YouTube has admitted it censored Americans at the request of the Biden administration, which we were told was absolutely not happening. And same thing with Twitter. We found out that multiple three-letter agencies were very involved. Elon exposed that with the Twitter files. And interesting stuff, because I felt like I was going crazy 5 years ago with stuff like shadow banning, people losing accounts, everyone. It was very dystopian, Orwellian, to say the least. And hopefully we can get some accountability for this. YouTube, this is from Camelot, quoting Rep. Jim Jordan, also admits that Biden administration censorship was unacceptable and wrong. This is from YouTube. So they're calling out the left, which is very interesting. Confirms that Biden admin wanted Americans censored for speech that did not violate YouTube policies. That's the big one for me. So you're on YouTube, a private company. You do not violate their policies, and the government is telling you that you need to delete their accounts, regardless, even though they didn't violate your policies. That is terrifying. And they're saying that
some might say
it's fascism.
Yeah.
Yes, it's fascism. Yes.
And here's the difference with this Jimmy Kimmel thing that everyone is equating this to. They have rules made by the government that he was not following because they fall under the FTC rules.
FCC. Yeah.
So it's not an equivalent position to be arguing those things.
No, not whatsoever. Not whatsoever. They're saying, I heard someone even yesterday in person saying that I support Jimmy Kimmel because of free speech. Trump has no right to get him removed. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? Trump probably doesn't even know who he does, but Jimmy Kimmel is not on Trump's mind all day. He doesn't think of the guy. Pretty crazy.
I don't even know who you are.
Jimmy Kimmel does absolutely think about Trump all day, but yeah.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
And everyone he surrounds himself with, too, I'll bet.
Yeah.
Absolutely. TDS like crazy, and it is a disease. And speaking of TDS-riddled media, as we know, The Savant was canceled. Apple, or delayed, shall I say.
Delayed, yes.
Yes, Apple has delayed the release of its new series, The Savant, citing current events. Everyone's been talking about this. I just had to mention it because we covered it a few weeks ago. The series follows a woman who infiltrates online hate groups is in an attempt to prevent, quote, large-scale attacks, drawing comparisons to the assassination of Charlie Kirk. So is she going to be investigating the transmission and the furry and the leftist discords and subreddits? And I don't think so. I'm just guessing.
It's going to be literally just, Geeks and Gamers Discord, straight up. That's the one she's going to do.
Pretty much.
Look out, GCA. We have infiltrators.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed
Nerdrotic
personally.
Discord.
I wanted to see it. I wanted to laugh.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So
you
did
would
I.
have laughed, but it would have just been another drop in the pool of fucking, look at all the right-wing terrorism. Look at this. Look how dangerous we are to becoming a full police state.
It would have just fueled
Studies
their
that
rhetoric
our
even more.
Antifa professors are producing that says right-wing violence is the cause of everything.
Yeah, these straight white males, something's got to be done about them.
Yeah. These Christians, man, they're so violent. I don't know what to do about them. It's crazy. Nah, it would have just amped up their base even more, and the rhetoric would have probably gotten worse. But
So do you think they're just going to delay it, or do you think that they'll make some reshoots or anything like that?
It'll come out eventually.
I bet it will.
Delay?
Yeah.
I bet it will. No, I'm pretty sure it will. We'll have to see. I don't know for sure. But if it does, I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to review it on this channel. I have already decided that because I think it's just too good to pass up, in my opinion.
Are we going to have a series night like Acolyte in the GCA Discord?
And
bingo
Rings of Power.
cards.
Bingo cards.
Bingo cards of which one they're going to hit. Absolutely.
That would be fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just half of them are swastikas, though.
Yeah. Pepe the Frog, whichever one. Tate, Matrix, Fuente, anything. Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
Yes. Exactly.
They will all be.
Karen
there.
saves
They will all be
day. Karen sleeps with
Yes.
whoever in order to further a goal. Whatever.
I mean, the trailer already checked off like half of them at this point. It's just insanity. So, no, I kind of do hope it comes out, though, because I want to see it. Just out of morbid curiosity. But there is good people in media. We have, guys like the Rippaverse making independent content. We have Epicverse, the guys Josiah Rises, Mike, Rough Night, all those guys making short films. And then we have Gabe Altaib, Big Man Comics, with Dean Cain, with the All-American Lawman series. But he has been posting a lot of really good political and kind of just like current event clips, speaking his state of mind. So we're going to listen to this for a minute and hear what he has to say, because Gabe made a really good point here. I just want everyone to hear it.
Democrats understand nothing. Guys, I want you in the comments to explain this to me, because I can't figure it out. In life, it's easy to understand what, but it's much harder to understand the why. We know there's scientific research. I'm not ChatGPT or Grok. Look it up yourself. There's plenty of documented research showing that left-wing people do not understand how conservative people think. But when asked, conservative people know exactly how left-wing people think. So
I would just say, in my experience, it's absolutely true.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true. You can describe their platform very accurately and assume it before they even say it. But they have all these assumptions of us, and it's just absolutely incorrect. Gabe nailed it right there, and absolutely true. So I just want to say, too, Cole Hauser, we did show that at the beginning of the stream. It was pretty funny. The lady with her car in the lake. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure we've all run into this. We say they have all these assumptions. Oh, you're racist, you're bigoted, you're this, you're that. And it's just what they're fed. They believe what they're fed, the narrative is. And I think people who are more on the right, a little more free thinking, can look at objectively the people on the left and break it down.
for example, if I told a left-winger and a right-winger, sit down and write the stereotypical beliefs of the other side, the right-wing people nail it. The left-wing people, it's cartoonish. Nazis, Gestapo, transphobe, homophobe, all the stuff that isn't true. They don't understand how we think at all. That is what? Why? And it's called theory of mind, by the way, this concept. Why don't left-wing people understand? Why do left-wing people force themselves into...
I would just argue it's because they're very much a hive mind, echo chamber, largely. They watch a lot of...
They're more impressionable and susceptible to propaganda.
I would, in my experience.
I think a lot of them would probably say the exact same thing about us. They think that we, because I see them in still go into Reddit just to see how crazy everyone is, and like am I overreacting or some shit like that subreddits, and one of them be like a Thanksgiving dinner where they fought, and the daughter would be like, that's because I pay attention to the news and you guys just repeat what you see on it's the same shit. We all think everyone thinks everyone else is brainwashed.
I know.
But
and
if we were to actually have those conversations point for point, they would run out of talking points far sooner than we would for most subjects.
Absolutely.
Careful, that can get you killed.
Yeah. Or we would bust
Nowadays,
out things like they all still believe the Steele dossier is true and that Trump had Russia collusion, even though it's been proven a billion times and that everyone knew it and they still went forward. Obama's guilty. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, that's not real. That's not real. That's fake. Fake news, ironically. Yeah.
Ironically.
Yeah. And they still believe that Donald Trump is a what's the word? Grape, grape. They still believe that. They still say that. That's absolute defamation, like crazy. So they spout that all the time. But no, Gabe makes a good point here.
Look at Twitter. Before Elon came in, right when people wanted to be there with people who disagreed with him, but they were getting kicked off and booted away by the old management. They wanted to be there to talk to people they disagree with, like Charlie Kirk. Look at Twitter now. It's still open to anyone. The left people leave and go to Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
Why do they silo themselves off? Why do they go to these information bubbles and then they don't know how we think? And then when we start talking about what we really think, they freak out, they want to cancel, they want to shut down. And
now they want to kill people.
One of them even took a life with Charlie Kirk. Why don't left-wing people want to know how we really think? My theory is it's ego. They're like, I'm right about everything, and you can only disagree with me by being evil or bigoted. And they don't want to hear anything that contradicts that. That's what I think it is. What do you guys think it is?
I think that's a great assessment, and Rizkit makes a good point. They are idiots who want answers to the test instead of learning something of value. That's very true. And Jake makes a great point, too. Doesn't think it's an issue of intelligence on the counter-argument so much as emotional and spiritual inequity as well.
We saw the whole test bed for this 10 years ago, and forgive me to make a gross comparison, but like, we got called bigots for not liking Rey Skywalker. And
I know.
Then we go, well, she wasn't really challenged, and she did this. All they hear is, oh, you fucking hate women, and you're a bigot. Well, we don't have conversation. It's the same like framework.
Yes. Yeah.
Can't explain what our problems are, even though we explain it very clearly. Hyperbole what we're actually believing. Oh, you guys are just bigots and horrible, and then you go into politics. It's the same shit. Can't explain. Oh, you guys are just Nazis.
Yes, it is. It's the same exact thing. We've been dealing with this for like a decade, like you've been saying, since Rey, it's like, no, we don't like the movie because it sucks, not because she's a woman. You can go back to, whether it's Star Wars, expanded universe fans love a lot of female characters. It's crazy.
No, you
it's
hate
crazy.
black
Not
people.
even the actor's fault.
True.
It's the people producing and writing.
Yeah, it's just because they think they know better. They always think they're on the right side of history. They always think that they're. And the other thing is politics, nerd shit. You attach yourself to it, and so when people criticize the thing, you take it like you're getting attacked yourself.
Very much. They take it very personally because it is like a cult for them. A lot of us, this stuff is a hobby outside of our lives, and it's not our identity. Just like these people make their sexual identities their identity, and if you criticize that, it's like trying to hurt them physically. But
words of violence, and you're attacking me, so real violence is proportional to them.
Pretty much, yes, exactly right. And that's why they freak out when we criticize their thoughts, their words, their thoughts, which is all it is. And I just had to address this. This is the final thing, then we're going to raid into Off the Hip. This is inspiring. End on a white pill. Erica Kirk forgave her husband's killer, which is something I'm not sure I could do if I was in her shoes. If someone killed a wife of... It's a pretty big step, especially immediately after. She said, I forgive that young man at his funeral, and it drove Tim Allen to forgive his father's killer decades afterwards. So Tim Allen, I'm going to scroll down to his actual quote. We all heard Erica say, I forgive him. Tim Allen wrote, when Erica spoke the words on the man who killed her husband, that man, that young man, I forgive him, that moment deeply affected me. I have struggled for over 60 years to forgive the man who killed my dad. I will say those words now as I type. I forgive the man, and under that it says, who killed my father. So, killed my father, peace be with you all. From Tim Allen. So, pretty moving. I was pretty moved by this. 60 years later, he was not able to forgive, and after hearing Erica's statement on the matter of her husband's killer, he was inspired to forgive. So, that's all I wanted to show with that. But pretty inspiring, if I do say so myself. Erica Kirk is stronger and a better person than me, that's for sure.
Yeah, I neither forgive nor forget, but I'm glad that she's out there as an example.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Pretty brave. Pretty brave. And there's people all over Twitter criticizing the hell out of her now. People saying vile, horrible stuff. And that's what they do. So before we go, I want to check in with the chat one more time. What's everyone saying? Anthony saying she saw her husband's work spread around the world after his death. Absolutely. They made a martyr out of him. And his message even got that much more powerful.
So far, so good at what she's doing to further spread his message and grow the organization. I mean, look at our buddy AP is already joined in his local area up there in the Northwest.
Tom McPatriot, yep. Joining Turning Point USA along with countless other young people. And Rizkit, I don't know, you're the expert in that. But nonetheless, guys, we're going to wrap it up there, and then we're going to link to ABF's stream off the hip. But Cornboy, we have your links in the chat and description. Tell people where they can find you, what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, at Cornboy on X and at Cornboy_199 on YouTube. Whenever Geeks and Gamers are playing Mario Kart World, I'll be joining them. And maybe any other time we have games going, maybe the next Repo, I'll stream that. Who knows? So
yes, that's going to be fun. Repo is a good game.
Badger, have you played Repo?
I have not, no.
Pretty
Should
fun.
try it. It's very fun for $10.
Yeah, very good co-op game. But Lex, where are you going to be?
Ahoy.
Where are you going to be causing trouble? We have your links in the description.
I would never. You can come dive into the world of religious debates with me if you want over on Twitter, Lex_Ludendi. Otherwise, you can hear me rant and or try to contain multi over on his channel on most Sundays. And other than that, you can find me here talking about the culture and the world that we want to build.
Pretty much, yeah. And I think we're doing a good job. And we're having fun. And thank you, chat, for being here. Badger, first time on the stream. It was a joy to have you. Thank you for joining us.
Appreciate it.
It was a pleasure to meet you and talk to you.
It was.
Pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here.
And we have your links, of course, in the description as well. Where are you going to be at? You're a busy streamer nowadays. You're on Star Wars Theory. You're on Film Threat. You're on Irwin's. You're all the Cabal.
Yeah.
You're everywhere now. Yeah.
Drinkers channel sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes if there's something to talk about. Yeah, tonight you can find me on Moxie's channel for her Saucy Roulette. It's like a game show thing with some members of the Cabal. And then, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Badger Cast. Friday, the panel show inside the Badger Den. And then, Thursdays,
and you're almost at 10K. It's awesome.
Almost at 10,000. It's a struggle bus to get there. But about like 180 away. So
that's awesome.
We'll see.
So
James Gunn keeps saying dumb shit, so that'll probably carry me right into 10,000.
Yeah, you've got years worth of content with that guy.
No short, at least till 2026. We'll see.
Yeah. So, guys, subscribe to Badger if you haven't. And Nishi, wow. Moving on. We're going to drop the link in the chat, guys. Go watch Off the Hip and tell them we sent you. Golden Age Raid. And thank you for joining us. We'll be here. Please, if you're watching the replay, drop a comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already. We will see you next Monday night, same time.
Tell all
same
your
place.
friends there about us.
Share the stream.